What's up, everybody? It's Tanner with Built Not Bought, and today I want to show you how I built this pergola in one day, and we'll see if I can stay on budget of $1,500. Let's get right into the build. I'm going to be using 6" by 6" posts, and I'm going to have 3 on each side. We're spanning 20 feet with the actual pergola and just under 12 with our actual outside width of the pergola. These are 6 by 6s, and they are pressure treated with what's supposed to be a cedar tone finish. All right, so I came out here early. It's Sunday morning, and I got all 6 of the support posts installed, and they're ready to rock and roll. The next thing I'm doing is just a bunch of layout while I'm on the ground before I get ahead of myself. And what I'm going to be using to join these upper supports, I don't know the technical term for them, is half lap joinery. I've done this a bunch in like furniture woodworking. I haven't done it so much in construction, but it's an old school joinery method that's withstood the test of time, so I think it's going to be perfect for this application. And basically it's just an interlocking joint so that the supports that are going this direction are kind of locked in place by the ones going this direction. They just not real scientific. This is not accurate. It's just for me to know where everything's going. These are going to be towards the middle beams, outside, etc. And like I mentioned, at the corners, it'll half lap with this direction, and then they'll meet in the middle right here. This is 20 feet, and it was hard to find posts that long, so I got 10 footers that'll meet in the middle. Well, it's raining pretty good out here. I've got the beams and the overhead stuff all assembled, and I'm gonna go in and grab a bite to eat. A productive Sunday morning. It's starting to come to life, and this is kind of when you get really excited and you want to just keep pushing on. But I'm going to cut all of the roof rafters, if you want to call them that. I'm just going to do a simple 45, and each of them needs a 45, and I think there's like 18 total. So that's going to take a couple hours, and then waiting on some hardware, and then we'll continue on. But time to go inside and dry off. Come on, Tuffy. Whew. All right, I want to give you a quick update. It's been raining, so I haven't been able to film, but I went and cut some more of those 4x6s at 45s on each side, and those are 16 inches long. It just maximized the amount of timber I had left. So at each corner, as you see behind me, I've got a 45. I also put on this metal bracket here, and I got this at Home Depot as well. And it just kind of ties those two together and then down onto this beam as well. So a little bit more support. This is getting much more sturdy as I add everything onto it. There's still some movement side to side, and I think once I get those rafters up, that's really going to eliminate that. So making progress. All right, it's kind of loud because it's still raining, but anyways, I'm going to show you how I'm doing these rafters to make it super quick. I made a little mark here, and I just line up the square where it intersects on that mark. This is the design that my wife wanted, something relatively simple. Some of them are really like what I would call Japanese inspired, and they have a bunch of curves, but this is what she wants. So there'll be a little flat part. This will be up towards the sky, and then it'll undercut down towards the post. But with that little mark on here, I don't even need my tape measure. I just go line it up with the edge on all of them, and then I have the same on the flip side. Mark them all, take them outside, and cut them with my circular saw. Okay, I'm up on top of the pergola right now, and I want my rafters to go 16 inches on center. I'm measuring over 16 inches, making a mark, and then measuring over 3/4 of an inch and making another mark, and then I put an X in between them. And that's gonna make it easy when I'm up here by myself. I want them 16 inches on center, but when you go to lay that rafter down, it covers up that 16-inch mark. So now I have a mark where it goes to that edge. So I'll line up the edge of the 2x with this and nail it down, and that will center it on 16 inches. 16 on center, measure up 3/4 of an inch, and so on all the way down. This might be a little tough to see, but like I said, it's still raining. It's difficult to film here. I wanted to show you this though. I'm toenailing 2 nails in each side, and then on Monday or Tuesday of this week, there's supposed to be some brackets that I'll put some heavy legs into to hold these in place. Putting these support brackets in there from the same company that did the concrete anchors below, and then the last part is just putting these little caps on there. Hi buddy, I got my helper over here handing me tools and stuff. This just hides the fastener, and these big large industrial nuts are kind of just a faux nut. It's more of a washer, and then this kind of just caps off the fastener that you use to attach them, and it adds strength, but more importantly, it looks really cool. So remember when I just toenailed all of these in? Now I'm adding these brackets that are going to secure it to the main frame. Those nails actually were the perfect thing to get started while I waited for these to come in the mail. This is just a chunk of steel, and then there's 2 1 3/4 or 2-inch leg screws that go into each.
Now this was a last minute design change, and we wanted to add some slat walls to the south and the west wall of the pergola. So I went and picked up some pine, and here we're just staining it. If you know me, I do not enjoy the staining process or sanding, but we were able to get it done.
It's 9 p.m. Kids are in bed. The only time we can get anything done, it seems like. And we're getting started on the slats. I'm using a 2x4 as a spacer. We're tacking them on this side, making sure it's level, tacking it on this side. I'll come back and countersink and put screws in all the way up both sides, but for now I'm just using brad nails. So So some of the accessories for our pergola have came in. It is Mother's Day and the swing came just in time. I added another beam to the middle here, and Mom got her chair, so we're excited about that. How's everybody doing over here? Well, you know what it's like when you ask a lady where you want to eat for lunch? That's about how hanging these lights has gone. But we're almost done. We have a solar panel up here and a second over here. They come with just these little hooks and we're zip tying them to the hooks. And the hope is with the sunshine today, they're gonna charge up and tonight they'll automatically turn on. Guys, I'm getting attacked by the dogs here, but that does it for this episode of the pergola. It's all up and we're really happy with it. We're already enjoying it. I want you to like and subscribe if you like this content. I'm going to be making some outdoor furniture because it's astronomical how expensive it is to purchase. So I'm going to build some couches and chairs, so stay tuned for those coming up real quick. And thanks to everybody who has liked, commented, shared, or just simply watched my videos. You mean the world to me. We'll see you on the next build.